My name is Aron Flam, and I'm a Swedish-Jewish comedian. As such, I think I pretty much have the Holy Trinity when it comes to commenting on PewDiePie. As a Swedish Jew, I'm offended that the Wall Street Journal calls PewDiePie an anti-Semite. And a friend of mine thought I should add, and as a comedian, I'm offended by his attempt at comedy.
But I won't, partly because I don't want to seem old, but mostly because it wouldn't be true.
PewDiePie is a professional comedian. He's been doing what he's doing for 6 years. And in that capacity, he's been part in growing a new form for comedy, YouTube comedy. Sure, most YouTubers are not comedians. They're just simple joke thieves who have really poor taste in comedy. So they steal shitty jokes, like hacky, generic, low-hanging fruit jokes of the why is dyslexia such a hard word to spell variety? Which is a hacky joke, right? And short. Shouldn't be more than 30 seconds. And somehow they still fail to make it funny.
By extending them for like 20 minutes.
But some YouTubers are genuine comedians. Just in a new forum. And a new forum requires a new form. What offends me here is Wall Street Journal's complete lack of a sense of humor. And Pewdie, baby, don't apologize for a joke. That makes you a fag. See what I did there? That's a joke. You know why? Because it doesn't make you a homosexual. Not at all. Sucking dick makes you a homosexual. If you're a man, that is. If you're a woman, it makes you heterosexual. But that's a whole other discussion. And I know that it is forbidden to say the word fag, and that is what makes it funny. When they call PewDiePie an anti-Semite, they devalue the word anti-Semite. He's not an anti-Semite.
Because in that case, everybody is a fucking anti-Semite. Now, I believe that everyone's an anti-Semite. But I'm a Jew. I'm supposed to believe that everyone's an anti-Semite.
You're the Wall Street Journal. You're supposed to have some decorum. Being a Jew, I think I know the difference between ignorance, prejudice, and a willful act of anti-Semitism. And I'm telling you, you're calling the wrong YouTuber anti-Semitic. Do you want an example of an anti-Semitic YouTuber?
ISIS! I agree that a reaction shot of PewDiePie isn't a very sophisticated punchline.
Ever really. But especially to seeing two Indian dudes dancing around with a sign that says death to all Jews. But it is a joke, obviously. Clips of people reacting to horrible, painful, or funny stuff is actually its own category on YouTube. It's quite popular. YouTubers even film themselves reacting to other clips. Some sort of meta clip watching. You're watching people watching clips, you know? Do you understand meta? Wall Street Journal? Meta, you know? So it's like a Russian doll thing.
And now YouTube has pulled his channel? Congratulations, YouTube. You just killed your platform.
When Rupert Murdoch bought MySpace, the users fled.
When Milo was banned from Twitter, people stopped using it.
And I know it might not be appropriate to bring up Milo just a few days after he was fired from practically everything just for promoting the love of children. I mean, who doesn't love children? I thought everybody loved children. See what I did there? That's a joke. And now YouTubers are probably going to have to flee to another platform. You see, creative people really care about freedom of expression.
And if they can't find it on your platform, they move on.
If you don't get that, it's because you're old.
Trust me, I know. I'm old. I don't get the joke.
PewDiePie is 4 or 5 generations away from the Holocaust. For his generation, that trauma is not a living memory. It's a cultural trauma. His generation reference Hitler and the Holocaust all the time and always as a negative.
Think Godwin's law.
To end all argument, and they always use it as a negative against something they don't like or appreciate or approve of. You know, things like, don't hold up doors for women. That's sexist. If you do that, you're like Hitler. Or don't pet puppies. That's speciesist. Cats get jealous. That's racist. You're like Hitler. It's not meant to be taken literally.
Or seriously.
In the modern era, Hitler has taken the place of the devil in the collective consciousness, and Auschwitz the place of hell.
Maybe it has to do with guilt.
Or maybe his generation is just tired of getting drummed into their skulls that, it must never happen again by us, the older generation, at the same time as they see it happening again and again in Burma, in Syria, in Mexico, all the time. And so maybe they get confused or just see through our hypocrisy.
That we don't practice what we preach.
In life there are things you cannot change and did not cause, and still you must carry them.
War, death, disease, poverty, oppression.
There are only 3 ways to deal with these things: cry, pray, or laugh. I choose to laugh because it's funnier than crying or praying.
Either way, PewDiePie and the boys of his generation
aren't making fun of the Holocaust in spite of the taboo. They're making fun of the Holocaust because of the taboo. Because it is forbidden. That is what makes it funny.
And that's not anti-Semitism. It's comedy. It's supposed to heal, not hurt.
Hurting people is what real anti-Semites do. And apparently,
The Wall Street Journal.